Hello YouTube, I feel terrible. Hi everybody, welcome back again. I am the Beardly Gentleman, and this is my show where it's not really a show. I just talk and mumble on about things that interest me for between 5 and 10 minutes usually. I'm sick. I apologize for that. I have a very sore throat right now. I'm out here in my sunroom and it is very cold. I am in my pajamas to stay warm. I am in my toque. And I have just a couple things that I wanted to talk about and share and show you guys. First off will be a box opening that I'm pretty excited about. Trying to drink some tea to soothe my throat. I have my own special blend that I kind of make up for myself. It's your typical orange pico, but then I have a ginger honey mixture that I mix into it. It's quite good for sore throats. I'm going to be opening my box with my new knife that I got from a very dear friend of mine who refers to himself as the Beardless Beardsman. This is an Opinel knife. Opinel is a knife manufacturer from France. They've been around for quite some time. This is called the DIY in the Opinel knife series, and this is a number 9. All their different sizes of their knives are delegated by the number on it. Wonderful, wonderful product. Says made in France right there. Don't know if we can see that. Probably not. So here's my box. It is from smokingpipes.com, like pretty much all of the other boxes I bother to open on this program. Put away my knife so no one gets hurt. Always want to be careful with knives. So we open it up, and like usual, everything from smokingpipes.com is quite well packaged. Got lots of paper that can be recycled. Wonderful. I prefer that much more than the foam peanuts, which in most places cannot be recycled. So we have things like this. GLP's Virginia Cream. For anyone who knows the show, I am mainly an aromatic smoker. This is supposed to be a great stepping stone to get off into Virginias. It is pretty much a fairly pure Virginia. It's not quite straight, but it's I've been told it's a happy medium between aromatics and Virginias, and I've never actually smoked a GLPs before, so this seemed like a good time to start. Or good place to start, rather, and it'll be with the Virginia Cream. I also like how it is the Virginia Cream. So we have that. We have another tin of Dunhill's a 3-year matured Virginia. I've also heard very good things about this. It is, again, essentially a straight Virginia, but it does have a very mild fruit topping that I've heard, something akin to like a citrus sort of fruit topping. So that will be another good one that everyone can look forward to seeing me talk about in the near future. And then, because it was just a special they had, I was able to add a little pouch, one of these little pouches of McBaron Modern Virginia, which I think is just basically a straight Virginia blend from McBaron. I believe I added this for free, so it's not quite 1 ounce, it's a little under 1 ounce, but it's free, so it's pretty hard to argue with free. Or if it wasn't free, it maybe cost me $1.99 or something like that. So I figured, why not? Give it a try. McBaron. I've never actually had McBaron before, so can look forward to that. And then I have a couple of these, which are always really hard to find in my area. These are just little rubber softy bits. People who, if you're a viewer and you watch the show often, you know that on a lot of my pipes, like this one right here, I often have a piece of vinyl tubing that will go on the end of the pipe because I am a clencher. I like to hold it in my mouth. But on pipes like this being a pipe you've never seen before, this is another Luciano with a very wide sort of saddle bit. And I find these wide saddle bits are really hard to find the appropriate size tubing at my local hardware store, which is called Home Hardware here in Ontario. And my local Home Hardware does not have the appropriate size tubing for that. I could order it, but it just seems like a pain in the butt when I only need, maybe 3 or 4 centimeters of it, as opposed to just lumping it in with an odor from smoking pipes. So this is another Luciano pipe, 3-year aged plateau briar. These are beautiful pipes. This one was designed by Luca Di Piazza himself. The other one that you've seen, the Chubby Apple, that was actually designed by Luca Di Piazza with help from GLPs. They have hard acrylic stems. These are beautiful pipes. This one is completely, you won't be able to see that. This is completely unsmoked. And one thing I really like about Luciano too, or Luciano, is that they don't put any gunk inside of their bowls. So that's naked briar. You can see right there. I prefer to break in my own pipes. A lot of Peterson pipes and stuff, they come with a weird resin or residue in there. It always kind of messes up the first couple smokes. So I've actually been very, very good in not smoking this pipe yet, even though I've had it for probably 5 months, because this is going to be my Virginia pipe, which, and the first smoke I will likely be having will be the Virginia cream in this Luciano pipe. So that's pretty much all that I wanted to say for today. If you're still watching at this point, you are likely one of my faithful viewers who actually watch my videos and don't just click away in the first 10 seconds. And if you are, a couple things that I'd like you to look forward to, one of which being an introduction and properly talking about these Luciano pipes. I don't hear enough about them. They're amazing. The quality is really good. The price is very reasonable. A lot of these come in cheaper than a lot of Petersons even. But nobody talks about them. They're beautiful. They have beautiful craftsmanship, really good briar, good boreholes in them, like just beautiful pipes. So I'm going to do a whole video on Luciano pipes where I explain it a little more in detail. I don't have all of them. I have a couple, but I plan on getting more. I'm also going to finally start to do some tobacco reviews, which I've said that I was going to do, months ago, but just like me, I sort of work you up for something and then I constantly disappoint, because that's what I do. But from now on, coming into the holidays especially, I'm going to have more time and I'm going to do a review for, I'll probably have this one up in maybe a couple weeks, Virginia cream. I gotta start smoking it and then actually see what I think about it. I will likely post my initial thoughts, maybe even next week. I'll do a short video about that, about how I feel. And then after I've had maybe a couple more weeks to smoke it, again, I'm not an everyday smoker. So after I've had a few more weeks to smoke it on the weekends whenever I am relaxing, I will get back to you and tell you how I like it. And then maybe even a year later, I'll tell you if I think I still like it. I'm going to do that with all the tobaccos that I have. I plan on getting more tobacco, so there's going to be, in the coming months, there's going to be at least 8 tobacco reviews that are coming out. I also I wanted to do this originally with beer in the summer, because Ontario has a lot of really good craft beers, small little breweries around here. But as it's getting colder, I'm out here in my sunroom. This is unheated. That's why I'm wearing my nice Hugh Hefner style smoking housecoat. But we in Canada are pretty well known for our whiskeys, and I'm going to show this. So, pardon me. Oh, throat. I actually just bought this last night. This is Crown Royal. This is Northern Harvest Rye. This particular blended Canadian whiskey just won a pretty prestigious award. There's a man named Jim Murray, and Jim Murray is a whiskey and spirits aficionado out of England, and he does a compendium sort of every year where he judges his world whiskeys. Now, the way that it works is he sort of goes through the year, he earmarks a bunch and tastes them and continues to taste them and then compares them to other whiskeys, and he forms what he calls the world's best whiskeys. It's a list of about, I think, 5 or 6. And he publishes it at the end of the year, and that's meant to be the world whiskeys for the next year. So this just came out in 2015. This particular type of Crown Royal. Crown Royal being a Canadian whiskey from a distiller in Gimli, Manitoba, actually. It's a great whiskey. A lot of people don't give it enough clout. The Crown Royal, if you're Canadian, you know Crown Royal. American, maybe not so much. But every Canadian knows Crown Royal. It is not super dear. It is a very fairly priced whiskey. I think it's really, really smooth. The only thing is it's the way that they distill it, it's kind of sweet. So for me, it's kind of a treat, but I don't drink it that often because of the sweetness. But this one in particular, this is not their regular. This is the Northern Harvest Rye. This is really good. And this is really, really good. I had a tipple last night to sort of ease my sore throat. And I'll go so far as to say this is Canadian cough syrup. This is great. I really, really like this one. And you will see me drinking this quite soon. I will do a review. This will likely be my first review, but there are a lot of other really good Canadian whiskeys that I will go on to review. And maybe even I'll talk about which tobaccos I like to pair with whiskey, because I find that whiskey and Scotch goes really good with certain types of tobaccos. But I will go through the Canadian whiskeys first, do all of the in-house products, and then I will move on to scotches. Anyways, I've gone way over what I thought I was going to. I'm not going to be able to talk much longer because I can feel my throat being pesky. But that is all I wanted to talk about today. So if you are still watching at this point, I'd like to thank you very much. I always appreciate my loyal viewers. If you do not follow me on Facebook or Twitter, you can do both of those. My Facebook is Beardly Gentleman. My Twitter is Beardly G. I will make sure to post up. CBC actually did a really good recount of Jim Murray and his world whiskey list for the year. I will make sure to post a link to this so that you can have a view of that and sort of see what I'm talking about. Other than that, my throat is just about giving out, so I'm going to say good day. Thank you again. Please like and share the video. If you leave comments, I always love them, and anyone who's been watching this thus far would know that I make sure to reply to all of my comments, which right now is not difficult because I only ever get about 3 or 4 per video if I'm lucky. Anyways, I am Beardly. You are the gentleman. I hope that you have enjoyed this little chat that we've had, and I hope that you have a good rest of your day and a good rest of your weekend. Beardly Gentleman, out.